Look inside. Lots of rotten food. Don't really need that. Backpack and stuff. Oh, and there's a deep gnome. Right next to a rune powder barrel.
Hold it!
Oh.
I swear to Iron Hand. One more step and a blow us to chunks!
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder, but the scent is acrid, as if contaminated somehow. Or much, much more concentrated.
Careful. I'd rather not have to pick bits of gnome from my hair.
Shut your mouth, Hoon, or I'll shut you down.
Iron Hand, as far as I remember, is also a gnome deity. I just wished I could be, like, say any name, like Thulla or something. Calm down. Let's just talk this through. We don't have to set everything ablaze. Flashbacks of lots of fireballs in this campaign so far.
What's to say? Your near's bootlicker saw you sailing. A god's damn true soul. Better to die in this shit heap than rot in Moonrise. You want me? Come get me.
No. And yeah, I think the most Garon thing would be Garon smiles sincerely and holds out his hand. Non-threatening, just peaceful and trusting in her decision. Let's hope this is going to work out. It is. It will.
Don't do this. Don't pretend you give a shit about me.
Oh.
Shit. I can't do it. Go
You
on.
seem so broken.
Drag me to Moonrise. I'll make you cult nutters suffer.
I'm not taking you anywhere. You're free to go. You don't have to be anyone's slave.
Well, aren't you sweet? I'm not stupid, you know. No such thing in Grymforge as kind hearts. Spit out what you want, and let's be done with it.
I can't talk about Thulla. Interesting. I want nothing from you, I swear. The smoke powder, not anything. You're free to go.
Then prove it and leave.
So, where will you go now?
I go where there's shit to stir. And there's no shortage of options. I'm getting gone. You ought to do the same.
I wonder if I could have done anything with the rune powder. I wonder if I will see her again. It made a difference. And also like how catastrophic it would have been to just set it off. Hand-drawn map. A map of Grymforge, drawn by hand, yet highly detailed. Points of interest are marked with black X's, aside from two, which are identified by bold red circles, one on each level of the fortress. The words hiding spot are written within the upper circle. The lower circle is identified as smoke powder reserve. We don't get any markers on the map. Ah, we do. Ah, smoke powder reserve. That's where we went and found the smoke powder. Duh. I guess some Dark Justiciars just slept here. Oh, the music is so nice and eerie. Dark vision. Grymforge, a history. The binding of this book is thicker than its combined pages, which are surprisingly devoid of detail. We know little of the ones that came before, but we know they worshipped the Lady of Loss. We know they constructed the great fortress and named the next few words smeared and illegible. But from whence they came and when they departed, this is a mystery even to Ketheric Thorm himself. What we do know is that Char's Chosen has heard her call. Just as Grymforge served our mistress 800 years nigh, so it would again. Here, Thorm's Dark Justiciars shall rise. Here, we will fulfill our goddess's pact. Here, we will rebuild the lost city of Grymforge. So far will our shadows spread, and so dark will they be that Seluna's light may be forever extinguished. So it was once a fortress of them, and they wanted to do it again. I mean, the Absolute is not connected to Shar, as far as I know. Shaman Journal. Day 1. Never saw a beast like that. Bloated with muscle, tusk as long as my arms. Scent of charred flesh, but I saw no flames. The stone might have been parchment, so quick did the creature charge through it. The other Justiciars are dead, close to it. It wasn't alone. Hell Knights, too. Masks bolted to their faces, like plaques to keep a wall. Day 3. Trapped. Another rampage and down the wall came. Started to dig. Not sure. Day 7. It's done. May Shar's shadows keep me. I guess there was maybe the battle with Halsin? Oh, yeah, the tablet fragments, which are broken, I guess. This fragment appears to be part of a larger stone slab. The top edge is cleanly hewn, but the bottom is jagged. So said Shar to me, Ketheric Thorm. It was Lord Owl who created chaos. It was from chaos that I formed. And it is I who anoint you, my Paladin. From this day forth, let my laws be known. Ketheric Thorm is quite the important figure in the church. In the church of, why am I not finding the word? Shar. The law of secrets. What is the secret? The truth cast into darkness. Lurk in the shadows and listen for hushed words. The softer thought spoken, the more power it contains. The more discord it sows, the more scars it may carve. If a man brags of affairs, carry his word to his wife. If a daughter steals from her father, whisper the truth. The deceived turn to Shar. Cuckolds find solace in shadow. Do this once a 10 day, and the Lady of Loss shall know you. So using secrets to bring people despair. Nice. The law of nightfall. From the moon forth the foulest of lights. It peeks through cracks and fissures, illuminating the most remote recesses of the Underdark. Light bestows hope, a pernicious notion which must be extinguished. At the darkest hour, pray to your lady and feast in her honor. The second day after, slay a disciple of Selûne. If none may be found, Lathendarian or Mistran are an acceptable offering. Those are gods, obviously closely allied to Selûne, so both Lathander and Mistra. Do this once a 10 day, and the Lady of Loss shall know you. The law of abeyance. The word of Ketheric Thorm is the word of Shar. You shall put no god nor mortal before him. You shall question him in neither word nor deed. When the sun has fallen and the moon is new, bow your head in prayer. Proclaim your devotion to Shar and her paladin, Ketheric Thorm. Promise your soul and flesh, seek no fortune nor favor. When your prayer is finished, speak thus: Mistress Shar, I've glorified your name. Master Thorm, I've cried out your word. I am your servant forevermore. So said Shar to me, Ketheric Thorm. So it is decreed, and so it is done. Wield the power of secret. Where the light shines, extinguish it. Heed the word of your mistress and master. Do this, and the Lady of Loss shall know you.
Never a dull moment.
Almost seems like not only a paladin, but not an avatar, but like a chosen one or something. Like one of a kind in power and influence. Well, well, Ketheric Thorm. Also the one who cursed everything. Can we make it? Who needs strength? Fails at every jumping. Anyway. Just wanted to say, weren't there another companion? Curious. I wonder what Shadowheart thinks of all of that. Because I mean, it must be amazing. Who? Why is it closed again? I mean, for her it must be amazing. I mean, it's her people, and as we know, becoming a Dark Justiciar herself is like a dream come true.
What's that, Vis?
This!
Why are we slow? Because we're wet. So,
There's no time to waste.
I'm wondering if you maybe should rest just to see if we get any more
Despite everything,
interactions with Shadowheart, because I think that might be quite interesting. Let's do a long rest. Even though we don't need it.
A faint voice echoes in your mind.
I sense you, true soul. Come to me. Come too near. The poison spread.
Did you hear that? The poor evil cultist needs our help.
Oh no.
Nir's voice fades, but your head still tingles with his anger and fear.
Let's have a talk with everyone.
Are we saving this Nir from suffocating or leaving him to die? I'm fine with either, naturally. The last thing I want to do is ruin these nails digging through rock.
We probably should, if only for the gnome's sake.
Gods, really? Oh, saving a drow I can understand, but saving gnomes? Oh. But if you
We're not going to be friends,
on being
Astarion.
a hero, I won't get in your way. Just don't expect me to help either.
What's that supposed to mean? Why doesn't he like gnomes?
We need to get that Nir guy unstuck, or those gnomes are done for. Come on, focus.
Maybe we can deal with Nier always later, I guess. That sounds like we have like some kind of time limit.
Nasty way to go. Suffocating slowly under a ton of rubble. Not a fate I'd personally relish.
Where's Shadowheart? Everyone's so spread out. Wyll, Shadowheart, Halsin.
This true soul Nir stuck behind a rockfall, is he? Forgive me if I'm in no hurry to go digging him out.
Interesting that only with Astarion we could actually say something about what we are going to do.
That drow, Nir, is going to be on his last gasp unless someone digs him out. Though not necessarily our concern, of course.
You wish to speak?
Now we can talk with Halsin about something different. On the stronghold in the Underdark you mentioned a place called Grymforge.
Impressive. Most would quake at the mere thought of delving that far into the Underdark. What did you find?
You're here with us though. I found an elevator, but it leads right into the Shadow Curse.
That sounds like what you
The
need.
Dwegar told us.
But the next part of the journey mightn't be straightforward. Or safe. It may prove impossible to avoid the Shadow Curse entirely. But if you find any way to limit your exposure, seize it.
Maybe we can still find it. You're still faring well at camp, I hope.
With such stimulating company? Never better.
Okay, I think that going to be his answer for the foreseeable future.
Fate, dost thou require
Same as always. Where was Lae'zel? Here she is. I think I just overlooked her.
Speak.
Ah, she's the only one not commenting. Not commenting on Nier. About your quarrel with Shadowheart.
It is over where I am concerned.
Interesting. Interesting, but I mean, I guess if it wasn't over for her, if she was try to kill her. What a relief. We won't survive this if we don't stand together.
It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek
Toxic
it again.
relationships.
The next resolution may not end in her favor.
I mean, she was almost killed by Shadowheart, but still remained so proud. Oh well. Yeah, this is too much. Sometimes the automatic selection is kind of bugged. Also interesting, if you notice that, we didn't get any interaction through taking the Ring of Mind Shielding. Nothing changed with our Guardian or anything. To Grymforge. Alrighty. Let's look around. Who are you?
Reinforcements, huh? Let's see how long you last.
Charming.
What's a fort like this doing in the Underdark?
Let's recast our stuff.
Fascinating architecture. Doesn't match the style of any Underdark civilization that I know of.
Another scrying eye. Same as the goblins had. Someone's watching.
I wonder if it's from the same person.
Be careful around it.
If we can find it out.
Stare into the eye. Your reflection stares
It's like so
back.
creepy. A bit like the spectator's eye.
The longer you stare,
Eyes.
the more uneasy you feel. There is a presence. You are seen.
Is it? Let's try to reach out to the presence.
Your consciousness surges into the orb. First, there is blackness. Then, a pair of unblinking red eyes. Pain grips your skull as the eyes stare into you. Then, look away. The connection is broken.
I wonder who it is.
Best be on my way.
I also wonder if they destroyed all the statues or if they just were destroyed back in the... bugging. If they were destroyed in the past battle.
If you aren't here to inspect the stonework, then get lost. And if you are, well, I doubt you've got anything useful to say.
Wow. Did we meet any nice Dweger so far?
Walls are deep gnome. How peculiar. Smooth face, cobbled edges. They're a sign. They must be. A sun dweller in these parts. Look here, my topside friend. I
Little
need
friendly.
fresh eyes, and I doubt I'll find fresher.
And we can comment on that. A friendly welcome, a rarity in the Underdark.
As rare as a smile in Sindelrin, you might say. But I've no skill for slaving. I prefer chisel to cane.
Hey, you're my man.
But these learned eyes reach their limits, and so I must humbly request yours.
A nice Dweger. Nice. Literally. Fine. What should I be looking at exactly?
The rock, the rubble, all of it, if I may be so bold. Take a look. Tell me what you see, and be thorough.
We can tell the fables of the Forge is grim. We can just make something up. I'm not sure if it's like mutually exclusive, but I would actually like to try to find something out if we can. So let's start by surveying the area for unseen curiosities. Guidance. Nice. I take
Several
that.
glassy stones stand out in the debris.
Yellow.
Their borders are coated with tiny yellow crystals. The
Sulfur?
hottest of flames smoothed the stone and left sulfuric crystals behind. The fires of the hells have touched Grymforge.
Maybe because of the past wars. And in the end, we can report our observations. So let's try to assess the statue for technique and composition. That looks like marble or something. The historian Garon.
The statue's meandering curves and golden edges stand out against the weathered masonry behind it. Two styles, two eras. The statue was carved from newer stone and erected by latecomers to this ancient fortress.
Anything standing out?
Maybe then when they recaptured the whole thing. Let's examine the fallen rubble.
Boulders and stone bricks of various sizes clutter the corridor. Many split cleanly in two. Yet some walls remain fully intact. What this pattern signifies, you can't fathom.
What do you think?
At least guess that it's part of the wall that was here. I'm ready to report.
The statue is newer than the fortress, you say? So obvious in hindsight. Sulfur. Of course! The rocks have been altered by hellfire! Alas, you've left me with more questions than answers. My survey continues.
I would like to trade.
Well, let's see what you've got.
I was hoping he would tell me something he knows about the whole stuff. You know what? Let's definitely buy the Arrow of Roaring Thunder. They were just too useful. Oh, we have another Infernal Alloy. Let's buy that one as well. That. Anything else? Confusion, Fear, Fireball. Scroll of Fireball, I mean, it's always nice. You know, for emergencies. And let's have a look if we can sell something. At least some jewelry and stuff. Definitely not gonna sell anything of our instruments. Nah. Alright.
That's all then.
Hey, at least one nice dweller.
Gold accents aren't too tarnished yet.
We can talk to those.
Tired. Sleep.
Rest,
Fear that.
little one. But do not take long. I feel his shadow. I heard his name whispered. The rock shivers from the sound. The Ketheric Thorm.
Ketheric Thorm.
Isn't still
A
here?
familiar name. Halsin mentioned his stronghold deep underground.
Do you mean Ketheric Thorm, the Dark Justiciar commander?
Mighty elf, cloaked in darkness. 10 masters ago, and 10 more. But I remember. There was the work, and the blood. There was the Thorm's army. There was the Hellbeast.
How does he know?
Them. The Ketheric Thorm's name faded into stone until the Near came.
So they are kind of connected. Hellbeast. You mean like me? Horns?
No. Bigger. Angrier.
True devils.
I saw tusks and flesh. smelled fire and eggs. It came with the masked men, crashing and smashing.
Impressive memory. How old are you exactly?
I outlived my mother, and her mother's mother, and many mothers beyond. Blessed to see many live, cursed to see many die.
Wonder how and why. That was a very, very long time ago. What does Nier have to do with Ketheric?
I know not, so I say not. Yet I hear his name again, said by the shadows.
Interesting. Hey, some mushrooms. Ooh, there's a skeleton. And it looks like it's wearing Dark Justiciar armor. Damaged Dark Justiciar armor. Can Shadowheart equip that? Guess it's not really better than the Spider Silk armor. Take it anyway.
Well, that ends not as bad as it could have.
There's the scrying eye yet again. Dark Justiciar mail. This one is not damaged.
Look at the skeletons. You realize they are all clad in the same dark armor.
Dark Justiciar uniforms. These were Shar worshippers. The same as me.
Whatever killed them made an enemy of a powerful goddess.
Still, if whatever managed to murder a group of Sharans is still around, we had better watch our step.
Probably.
Let's get on with it.
While obscured by shadow, the wearer deals 1d4 necrotic damage to attackers that hit them with a melee attack. Dark Justiciar's Journal. Cycle 40. I know it is forbidden to enter the Inquisitor's chambers, but I could not help myself. His Master Ketheric not commanded us to use every possible tool to best Char's rivals. Besides, if Sybil meant to keep the amulet a secret, she would have hidden it better. Circle 42. The amulet has gifted me a power, an energy, heretofore unknown to me. I've never known such might and such cheer. I can barely keep myself from smiling, much to the other's chagrin. Sigh. I. Cycle 40 and 5. It is done, thank the Dark Lady. Sybil ripped the amulet from my throat and cast it into the lava. Having found me wrecked by laughter, the madness has lifted, but I do not know yet my penance. Sybil is not known to take pity on thieves. Help the cursed monk. It's a quest. Find the lost amulet. Read the journal of Dark Justiciar. He mentioned an amulet of great power that also made the wearer laugh. It was cast into the lava.